4chan. So, it's kind of a racist cesspit nowadays. Well, I mean, it's always been a racist cesspit, let's be honest. But there is one legitimate use to go to it nowadays. And that is to look for the craziest fuckers on the entire web. Because if you open up the X board and you scroll just a little bit past the normal, like, ancient Egypt stuff, okay, you will find some guy from Nebraska, and he'll just be there like, I was building a 15 antenna device in my back garden, and I pointed it at the sun, and it showed me through the resonance that Crabulon is in orbit between Venus and Mercury, and if I align my vibrational energy with Crabulon, I'll be able to ascend to the 8th like, truly just some baffling stuff going through there. I was describing this effect to my friend, and I went to go get an example. And so I open up X, I scroll down a bit, I found an example. But on my way, on my travels, I found something quite eye-catching. This, a book ended by a 480p looking image of the back rooms. I open it up, I'm like, what in the name of God is this? Just some normal yap about backrooms LARPing, that's fine. I see whatever in the heck this is. Freenet archive Nexus 20 para.html. I'm just a noob here. I've never heard of Freenet until today. I got it set up ahead of time before diving into this video. But then the thing that really got me to dive into this rabbit hole a little bit more. So I'm finally getting the time to continue my magical girl detector. Is what? I simply had to know. I simply had to know. So I installed whatever the heck Hyphanet is. It's a bit like Tor. Kind of an interesting project, I guess. Anyway, I set that up. I'm sure that has allowed some guy to connect to my computer and upload malware. We'll worry about that another day, I guess. I install it, set it up, give it a while to populate or whatever, and I find myself clicking through into this link, and oh my god, what is this? And so, from here on out, more or less, I've gotten a few things open ahead of time. We're going in pretty much hand in hand here, so let's do some exploring. So, for one, I don't think we were brought to the landing page, we were brought to this para subdomain. But clicking through to home, pretty empty. They're building a magical girl detector. Puella Magi in particular? Oh my god, what on earth is Puella Magi? Very anime, okay. Cool. Let's head back to this parapsychology bit and let's just see what they're up to. Some meditation routine given by Anonymous. I can't take no responsibility for cases of infernal possession that may take place. Okay. Oh god, do I have to do this? Grab a CD. The more infernal and putrefact, the better. Play at unsafe volume. Fixate like an autist on the whole composition, taking it in for one track. Visualize this vile poison entering your blood. Energetic bodies and Nadis? What on earth is Nadis? Nadis? That doesn't seem right. Aha! Of course. Clearly. My 3A is its rotations aren't properly aligned lately. I probably should practice that later on. The first post, before the magical girl detector, is parapsychologists need to learn magic. Contends that parapsychologists learn about magic. Preliminary evaluation of crisis can preliminary evaluation madness. But then they link to something that's on PsychNet APA from 1985. Like when you click through to this, it does actually take you to this, but I'm not doing that. If it was during the college year, I'd ask my library to get it for me. Can't do that right now. So unfortunately, that's where that rabbit hole ends. I did do a little bit of extra looking because it was a brief overview of magic for parapsychologists, and that brought me to this wonderful website, DocumenPub. A bunch of numbers. I click to download it. Whatever the hell this is. It's definitely not from 1985, I can tell you that much. It appears to be a pretty wide area of study, parapsychology, or at least it was at some point in time. Don't know how legitimate it was, but if anyone's curious, you can grab this PDF. So anyway, on to the important part, the magical girl detector. He's been long interested in parapsychology, so this is the first attempt at a serious project. Build a device to detect magical girls nearby. And then he goes into some very specific details. I'm gonna scrub through this, but you'll get some cuts. Sweet Jesus. Okay. The plan for the magical girl detector is you take every single kind of sensor known to man, you attach them all to the same device, and then I guess you step near an electrical distribution box and they all spike, and you're like, oh my god, the magical girls are being kept inside the electrical distribution box. It's so clear, that's why we weren't allowed to open them, and then you hack it apart with a hatchet and you die. Yeah, that makes sense. The Society for Psychical Research. Oh my god. Journal, research catalog, encyclopedia. Yeah, I'm going to the Robert. He's picking up extra-worldly signals. Animals in psi research. That's Einstein. Okay. Why do ghosts wear clothes? In fact, it raises a genuine philosophical problem. Okay, I have ended up in an entirely different rabbit hole than I even intended to open. Reciprocal apparitions. Exteriorization of consciousness. I am beginning to think I might be out of my depth to deal with this. A full-blown Ghostbusters operation that they've got going on. There's some upcoming events. Can I attend? Oh, it's online. I kind of want to, but I'm not. If this comes out in time, listen to Dean. Give Dean a little listen. See what he has to say about ghosts. Oh my god, that was 2 pixels. Anyway, sorry. Back to null nexus. I found a cool way about to detect thing. Information uses these transistors to detect frequencies. I'm avoiding any advanced components in case the supernatural creature has the means to disable electronic devices, able to endure most common disruptive magics. Okay, so we're building this device, but just in case the ghost is able to turn it off, we've got to make it entirely out of TTL. Fair enough, you know, that actually makes perfect sense to me, dude. I managed to build a simple circuit based on the EMF detector. I'll upload the schematic. Oh, does he? Oh yeah, okay. I intend to buy a battery holder and get some proper wiring to make it more resilient in place of magical meddling. Okay, so the ghost might just reach in and unplug something inside of it. Okay, gotcha. This is just like a signal amplifier. I think if signal amplifiers were able to detect ghosts, every radio in the world would be haunted. Later on, I intend to make a more advanced circuit system that can plot magical resonances. He'll add a screen and a Raspberry Pi, but it might get killed by the ghost. Okay, got it. And then, is this AI slop? Well, let's reverse image search it, shall we? There we go. Search for this. Oh my. A lot of AI slop. Tong Mick. Dare I ask, forever maybe, live at Milton Keynes. They lacquer youth on every wall. Anyway, back to the detector. Finally, after a long month exploring the supernatural, I found a material that is cheap and can easily pick up magical resonances. And that exotic consecrated ingredient isn't necessary. The key is in common salt crystals. According to Liber No? Who the fuck is Liber No? Okay. Oh my. This seems like it's like the Bible for this stuff. Dude, I need to move on from the parapsychology. This is like one segment. This website has 8 subdirectories. Okay, solve the project together. Acquire salt crystals. Why is that a step? Test the level of magical resonance it can pick up. Test the correlation between crystal volume, mass, and level of magical absorption. I'm ensure this doesn't happen in the field. Is he just gonna be wandering around town, or is he gonna like storm the secret girl complex? He hasn't updated since. Okay, I'm kind of looking forward to finding out about these field tests. It's been a while, man. Maybe the magical girls got him. They knew he was onto them, so yeah, they had to snuff it out. Okay, well that's parapsychology. Magical girl detector, jury's still out on whether that worked. Onto cyberpunk. Actually, no, sorry, I want to know what fisheye placebo is. Okay, this is just actually stolen art. Who's Yume? Okay, it's a description of a webcomic. You can read it on Freenet? Holy moly. The entire thing. That seems copyright dubious. What does links entail? I'd like to know. A cool little page with similar paranormal research. Western Protective Circle and anime. The Western Protective Circle protects you against the world so you can change yourself without being blocked by external restraints. Protective Circle in anime battles protect the world against forces that fight within the circle. Is it interesting to realize the difference in similarity? This is just rambling. Always set time limits on sigils and runes. I always forget to put time limits on my sigils and runes. I do not know why it works. I don't think any of us know. These seem pretty normal. Paranormal research. Oh god, what? What is any of this stuff? What's fvza.org? Oh, what? The Federal Vampire and Zombie. That is sick as hell. What? New video, The Magic Wanda.
By the early 1970s, memories of the horrors of vampirism were fading, and in their place came a misguided admiration for vampires among young people. The older generation, who grew up with vampires, tried to disabuse the younger generation of the notion that vampirism was alluring. But the warnings were drowned out in an unhealthy convergence of heavy metal music, black magic, and vampire cults.
Okay, guys, looks like I'm not going to be doing that ritual from earlier. The heavy metal music in the CD will actually attract vampires to my location. Dango, what is this AI slop? Holy moly. From 1869? There's no way. This site was created by Hugo Picos. 1923 to 2015? Oh my god, he was actually born in 1923. Has anyone else ever heard of this? Okay, this is him being persecuted by vampires. Was folded into the Santa Rosa Institute? SRI Genetics? Stop. Guys, okay, listen. I finished playing through Resident Evil 4 Remake recently. Is this the punishment I get? Is this the punishment I get sent to the Federal Zombie and Vampire Research Institute? What in the Umbrella website am I about to unearth? Please, I want to see srigenetics.com. Please. I want my genetics to be SRI'd. 50 years ago, was founded by people. This is Umbrella. This is the fucking Umbrella Corporation. Oh my god. About us. DNA, 10,000 square foot fitness facility? People, technology, tradition. Hell yeah, brother. Celebrating 50 years. Okay, it's celebrating 50 years in 2009. This is a wonderful website. Directors? Definitely real people. Dr. Edward Westhead. Oh my god, he's actually a real guy. Are all of these real people? Oh my god, these are actually... This guy was born in 1893. What did they actually do? Envigor shows promise in clinical trials. Fast-track designation for Genuflex? Genuflex researches the effects of aging in mice. Mental alertness after being awake for 48 hours. Okay, I'm not going to lie. This could be an entire... I feel like I could spend hours looking at this. What is this place? Mice tested according to preliminary results by the Santa Rosa Institute, Albuquerque, New Mexico. I mean, to be fair, all the people who were running this seem to have died, so maybe that's why it stopped doing stuff. Okay. Remember when this is the website we were on? I literally, I can't go through all of these. I feel like I'll be lost. Okay, but sorry, there is one. I have to go through these last two, please. I'm sorry. Migratory Lessons of Christian Type 3000. The Black School. Pupils learn the witchcraft of ancient arts. Okay, these are just folktales. Okay, that's fine. Okay, and then who is Elmar Laurie? Process. Oh, Germanisch. Werewolf processes in the early modern period. Further text contributions to this topic can be found here. Home. To the person, and some other links. In 1940... Oh, okay. Germanisch, once again. Bibliography is a PDF file. Laurie is not on Facebook. That's gotta be a different font. But actually, no, there's like 8 different fonts, but they're not even different fonts, they're just different font styles and weights. What in the name of God? Small vinegar drop. The blue flower. That's not a link. Christopher Juice. 3,000 years can be traced back to his story. Okay, what? When did I open this? Guys, I'm losing it. I'm forgetting tabs. The book about the Verjus. In your bookstore and on the internet. Praise the sour grapes. 60,000 and 100,000 persecution victims. So far, no procedures, werewolf accusation, a role played, such intrigue lawsuits in the 17th century, or in large numbers by reprimands. Okay. Oh, it's not processes, it's like procedurals. These are court cases about werewolves. Oh god. Shroud Eater Bukuwerwo? Oh my, where am I going? Holy moly. So this is a primarily vampire site, but they do have some werewolf stuff. Dare I ask what this place is? What is shroudeater.net? I've gone back in time, I sure have. Vampire sites appear to be dealing with fictional vampires, or they may find their inspiration in people who call themselves vampires, who are playing at being vampires, and who, in certain cases, even consider themselves to be genuine vampires. Interesting as that all may seem to some, this is definitely not our kind of vampire. Our main interest is traditional undead corpse of the European mainland. I am curious about the name as well, actually. I'd like to know what shroudeater.net means. We have to select a name for our site. We do not want the word vampire to be part of that name. Nowadays, people seem to be unaware of the interesting phenomenon that corpses are eating their own shrouds. Fascinating superstition. If any cloth touches the mouth of the corpses act to chew on it, bringing about the death of friends and relatives deceased through an agency that is never really explained. Fair enough, I guess. Okay, let's get back from shroudeater.net to... What is this? This is Elmar Lorry. Oh yes, sorry. Elmar Lorry was how we got to Shroud. Sorry. I'm so lost. Where? Oh, it's more German werewolf sites. Okay, I'm going back. I'm going back to where it's safe on Null Nexus. This is survival stuff, but also ghost hunting. I literally can't deal with this. Okay, it's just not happening. You know what? I've had enough of your links. I'm going to check this last one. This is just the New York Public Library. Okay. On to world building. How about that, guys? How about world building? How do we feel? How do you feel about world building? This actually seems like the most normal thing on this site. This is... Mage is a game about perception. Anyway, Changeling the Dreaming. Changeling is a game about fantasy, wonder, and horror. And then just a bunch of other settings. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. How about Cyberpunk? I think that's the last one. Oh no, there's data hoarding as well. Thinks that modern cyberpunk should be more muted. Okay, fair enough. I mean, we're already living in a bloody cyberpunk. Cyberpunk? This is just a timeline of cyberpunk. Now, what is any of this? Bibliothek. Some media fire link. Oh god, do I want to know? I'm curious about Underground, Anarchist's Cookbook, Birth Certificate Fraud. Okay, no, this is about birth certificate fraud. Okay. 100 ways to live free.html. Why did it open in Slack? Excuse me? 100 ways to live free and disappear. Okay. No one, especially the quote-unquote government, will do it for you. May we recommend? Greener Pastures Gazette. Dress conventionally. Adopt what you perceive by the broad community standard. Don't be black and white, as long as grey has many shades. Blend in. Be neat and clean, never showy or gaudy. Conformity for guys means neat beard, if any. No long hair, no freaky clothes. Biker colors are out. For ladies, no sexy, convention flaunting attire, such as miniskirts and see-through blouses. The man loves to drool over liberated lassies, and often does more. Raw data for raw nerves. Okay. Well, there's still more in the underground folder. Electronics, bugging, planting, using, enjoying. Anarchist's Cookbook. Essential Underground Cookbook. Rats. Guide protecting yourself against snitches, informers, informants, agents, provocateurs, narcs, finks, and similar vermin. And this is not for you if you aim to commit violence. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. This seems somewhat legitimate. Okay, at last I'd like to know what steal this book means. Table of discontents. Steal this book. Survive. Free food. Free clothing. Free transportation. Free land. Free housing. Free education. free medical care, free communication, free play, free money, free free dope, weapons for street fighting. What is CBW? Lace can be made by mixing LSD with DMSO. You put LSD into a solvent so that when you spray it on people, it goes into their bloodstream. Okay, I don't know if I want this on my computer. International Yippee Currency Exchange. So these are coins that are the same size as American coins, so that you can just shove them into machines. Okay, this is a fascinating find. Back to Null Nexus. What? Oh, I'm getting good use out of the Internet Archive today. Maybe I'll toss them a donation after this. They've been saving my ass today. Hitchhiker's Guide to Online Anonymity. Online Anonymity. Online Anonymity. Twitter. What is anonymousplanet.org in general? This page is unavailable for archiving because this page does not exist. Repository? Oh, it's still here. Okay, never mind. Wait, they've just moved to .net. Fair enough, I guess. Message for the people of Ukraine. We strongly recommend you use Briar for communicating. What is Briar? Okay, that's just Telegram. Okay. hch.net? What the heck is hch? Oh, what? It's not in Japanese, dude. Oh, it's 8chan. Okay. I've never looked at that at all in my life. So what have we learned today? There was some institute called the SRI that was doing some umbrella shit until like 2009. There's a lot of werewolf and vampire site aggregators. This guy disappeared trying to discover where the magical girls were at. If there's a moral you want to take away from this, sometimes just click on that link. But sometimes it takes you on an interesting little journey. I would have kept clicking down those links for like another 2 hours. We were down the whole ways of the net. And there's some stuff there that we didn't even like get through, like the foops.net. If you want to look into the Federal Vampire and Zombie Agency, be my guest. Thank you for diving down this internet rabbit hole with me today. And I guess I'll see you around. Bye-bye.